Now, in the most recent press conference between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk, a lot of people were critical of Anthony Joshua, saying that, well, Joshua failed to intimidate Usyk, and that why is Joshua doing this, because both him and Usyk at this stage of their careers are veterans. But I look at it from a different point of view, with all due to respect to people who think Joshua embarrassed himself. I think Anthony Joshua has the eye of the tiger, as they say, or the bit between his teeth. He is trying to send a message to Alexander Usyk that, I'm coming for you this time, that I won't try to outbox you, that I won't be passive, that I'm going to be aggressive and I'm going to put it on you, and that I have to give it my all when I go out into that ring. Even if I get knocked out, I have to give 110%. Similar to Deontay Wilder in the Tyson Fury third fight. Deontay Wilder, although he lost, some might argue that the Tyson Fury trilogy fight increased his reputation just because of the heart Deontay Wilder showed, and the fact that he knocked Fury down twice, and that he made improvements, although not enough to defeat Tyson Fury, but to be a lot more competitive and give us a heavyweight classic. So that's the kind of heart Joshua's going to have to show, even if he's losing and if things are not going his way. So that's what I thought of the stare down. But in general, it was the usual in terms of the press conference. Joshua was talking the stuff he generally talks about, belief and motivation and community. I know a lot of people don't like it, and they say Joshua's a little bit robotic and that he doesn't have a personality, which is, I see some people criticize Anthony Joshua about. But I guess it is what it is. Joshua is his own man, and he's going to act in the way he feels is necessary, and that's how he's been throughout his whole career. So people bringing this up, now saying, oh, Joshua, he's a robot, he's fake. People have been saying this Anthony Joshua's whole career. Has Anthony Joshua really been acting like this his whole career, or is it just genuinely how he is? I don't really know. I don't know Anthony Joshua personally, so I can't tell. But yeah, I do think this is a good thing for Joshua, because it shows kind of a shift in his mentality, because in prior fights you didn't really see Anthony Joshua, look at his opponent in the way he kind of looked at Alexander Usyk. Maybe you could say the Dillian Whyte fight, but him and Dillian Whyte were real rivals. It was such a big domestic fight in England. He fought Dillian Whyte before. He lost against Dillian Whyte before when he was inexperienced, not as a pro though. So he probably just really wanted to get one over Dillian Whyte, and Dillian Whyte was talking about Joshua, so it was what it was. So other than, I'd say, the Dillian Whyte fight, I've never seen Anthony Joshua quite look like this and act like this in the build-up to a fight. He just generally seems more determined. And people will point out the fact that actually Alexander Usyk didn't look away, but that's small boy stuff. It's not about who looks away necessarily first or second. Tyson Fury didn't look away in the Deontay Wilder face-off. That was one of the longest face-offs. And Tyson Fury didn't look away against Deontay Wilder. But we could see clearly from Deontay Wilder's face and his expression that he was going to bring it to Tyson Fury. And he did walk away first, but it was what it was. We could see in the fight that he clearly gave it his all. And that's what I feel like we're going to be getting from Anthony Joshua. I feel like Anthony Joshua in this fight is going to give it his all. He's definitely going to have to change his style. He's hired Robert Garcia, and hopefully he can implement just a more aggressive style. It's not necessarily too many technical things Anthony Joshua needs to work on. It's more mental and, a slight adjustment stylistically. I mean, it's not like Anthony Joshua hasn't fought aggressive before. This is a guy who virtually took off Vladimir Klitschko's head. He knocked out Dillian Whyte bad. He knocked out Alexander Povetkin in a very brutal fashion. So this is someone who can come forward, seek and destroy. And that's exactly the type of mentality Anthony Joshua is going to need for the Usyk rematch. And it's going to be important for Robert Garcia to try and implement the Mexican style or spice the Mexican style on top of Anthony Joshua to make it more aggressive, because when Mexicans do fight, they are pressure fighters. They like to come forward and make the fight difficult for their opponent. So hopefully Robert Garcia, for Anthony Joshua's sake, can instill that style. Let me know what you guys in the comments thought below about Anthony Joshua trying to stare down Alexander Usyk. Is this good for Joshua? Is this bad for Joshua? Did Anthony Joshua embarrass himself? Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video, guys. Alright, peace.